Baker Mayfield and the New York Giants versus Teddy Bridgewater and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucks, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry. 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield, complete. Jefferson the target.
That's another.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 81 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Check, 59.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And his kick is good. And The Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
The score, Giants 3.
After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So out come the Bucks now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Yetur Gross-Matos just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it brings up
we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Clock running. Under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving 1st quarter.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got men.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Justin Jefferson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
at their own 25-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback. That's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Buccaneers, nothing.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that takes us from second to third down.
And long.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
They'll run for it with Penny, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Now on second and 13. Mayfield. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Giants on third down. 2. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Here we go, D.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
The extra point.
And he puts it through. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So out come the Bucks now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Hey, Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
Come on, man.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
18 on the play.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Yetur Gross-Matos
Picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Mayfield with it once more. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the gun, Bridgewater firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Bridgewater's pass.
Terry McLaurin, 62 yards. And the Bucks are able to close the gap just a bit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. play of the half, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Tampa Bay.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards.
Plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
It's a gain of 11.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing. Bridgewater. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he is going to have a Bucks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
And 8 yards.
To throw is Bridgewater. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Bridgewater's pass complete to
Terry McLaurin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. To To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down from the shotgun. A give to Jones. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
Well, he certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then a dish.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And that one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
8-yard pickup.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Bridgewater on the keeper. A fumble on the play.
And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Von Bell up to make the tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Giants 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. It made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield.
He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete.
Mayfield's pass.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. He can run, and that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
3rd and long for Mayfield. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the 1st down at the 1-yard line, though.
Mike, check, 59. Better bring.
And again, it's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Adam Thielen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like it? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Complete to Jamal.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Bridgewater's pass.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Bridgewater.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Tampa Bay.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
3 yards the gain there, second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Bridgewater again. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Pick up on the play. And a Buccaneer first down.
And again, it's Bridgewater.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
To Miles Sanders. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Caught Eifert over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Offside defense.
Come on, you serious, dog?
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Bridgewater on first down. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And the Bucks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
11 yards for number 11. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Brandon, if I see a dime look, if I see 6 defensive backs near the goal line, I'm changing to a running play every time.
And they had 6 there. Surprised he didn't audible at the line?
Very much so. I'm going to count on my offensive line in this situation against the lighter defensive backs and try and push it across the end zone that way.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal from the 1.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A 1st down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Jones. They find some open field here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier. A fumble on the play.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Crunch.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Bucks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
25-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Buccaneers.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.